Hi everyone, how are you today? Let's go through our lesson here right now. Our lesson is simple, and I will try to make it very easy to understand. And let's go through here. And also we have our homework usually, and this is one of the final topics for our finals. Okay, let's go through this thing here quickly. Today, guys, let's talk about the Pythagorean identity. Okay. Our main goal is exactly this thing here, as you can see, the Pythagorean identity, okay? And our learning goals today is prove the Pythagorean identity is sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta equals 1, and use the Pythagorean identity to determine the sine, cosine, or tangent of an angle measured in a given quadrant. Guys, pause the video right now. Oh, first of all, pick your books. Okay, pick your books. You know where is your books. Open page 825. Okay, we're in the very end of the book, the second book. Guys, we finished two books in this school here. Very go through here. Go to these learning goals. Very simple, as I told you. Pause the video right now and tell me the sine of 45 degrees, cosine of 30 degrees, and the formula. If you see in my board in the corner right, you see the formula for find sine, cosine, and tangent. If you don't remember, SOHCAHTOA. Okay, let's go here. Great, guys. Sine is so opposite divided by hypotenuse. Who is the opposite? Is square root of 2 divided by 2 divided by hypotenuse, which is 1. Everything divided by 1 is itself. Then the sine of 45 degrees is square root of 2 divided by 2. Great. Cosine is k. K. Adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Who is the adjacent? Is square root of 3 divided by 2 divided by hypotenuse, which is 1. Everything divided by 1 is itself. Done. Great. Let's go through our lesson here. I will not go through this thing here. We did already the unit circle, and repeating this thing I think is not necessary. But we can go here. Just remind you, positive sign or negative sign. Where is it? If you want to do that, just pause the video and go through. But it's up to you. The Pythagorean identity. A Pythagorean identity is a trigonometric identity that expresses the Pythagorean theorem in terms of trigonometric ratios. The basic relationship between the sine and cosine of an angle theta is given by the Pythagorean identity sine theta squared plus cosine theta squared equals 1 squared. The symbol theta represents an angle measure. You can prove this Pythagorean identity using your knowledge. Let's go prove this thing here, guys. Question number 1, read this thing here. I'll pause the video, read this thing, and going through here as best as I can. Great, I think you did already. The first one, state the Pythagorean identity, or Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem, we know, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Who is A, who is B, who is C in our thing here? Well, A, I will call this guy here. B, I will call this guy here. And C, I will call this guy here, the hypotenuse. Always the hypotenuse. Great. Use substitution to demonstrate how the Pythagorean identity follows from the Pythagorean theorem. Guys, Y, as you see here, is in which position? The height of the thing, we call this sine. Okay, sine. The Y value over this thing here is sine. Then my A is sine. And then sine, what is the angle? Theta is square plus B is the X value, horizontal, which is cosine. Cosine theta is square equals hypotenuse, which is my C1 square. Done. We did. Simple. So for each value, write the Pythagorean identity sine square plus cosine square theta equals 1 in two other forms. To solve for sine square, guys, we need to subtract cosine. What is the opposite here for adding cosine square? Subtract. Then sine square theta equals 1 minus cosine square theta. Done. Simple. Cosine square, subtract sine. Cosine square theta equals 1 minus sine square theta. Simple. Okay, determine sine and cosine in all four quadrants. You can use the Pythagorean identity here as I gave to you to find the sine and cosine for each angle. Let's pretend here in this case it's 2/3. If it's 2/3, we substitute here sine 2/3 to the second power equals cosine square theta equals 1. 2 square 4, 3 square 9, and 4 divided by 9 plus cosine square theta equals 1. Adding 4/9, subtract 4/9 will be 5/9. Okay? And remember to take the root. Okay? If we take the root, because this square here, we take the root, will be square root of 5 divided by 3. Positive and negative. Remember, have a positive and negative result. Okay? We'll take the root. The solution is cosine of theta equals -5 divided by 3, because the solution is quadrant number 2. Quadrant number 2, cosine always is negative. Okay? Quadrant number 2, cosine is negative. Okay, depends which direction is given to us here. For example, so number 1, 2, and 3, guys, is the same thing. Okay? And 4. Solve by yourself. Great. I think you finished already. I would just give to all of you guys the answer key, which you are was expecting here to solve. Remember, the quadrant gives the direction of each thing. The first one, cosine, is 4/5. The second one, it is -5/13. Okay. Third quadrant, sine is in negative zone. Quadrant number 4, sine always is negative. Then negative square root of 15 divided by 4. Quadrant number 4, cosine. Cosine is positive here. Is 3 square root of pi divided by 10. Great. I hope you all guys understand this point here, because we need to just calculate exactly. Oh, not pi, my bad. 11. I just misreading here. My bad. 3 square root of 11. Okay, that's why I was thinking. I think he's wrong. Okay, over here, just talk to talk is exactly the same thing we did before. I don't want to go over this thing here, but still remember, guys, tangent, TOA, is opposite over adjacent. Who is the opposite? Sine. Who is the adjacent? Cosine. And tangent always will be sine of theta divided by cosine of theta. Easy. And use the same thing we learned so far. We can calculate number 2, 3, and 4. Great. After that, guys, is our homework. As I told you guys, lesson today is simple. Homework page 831 and 832. Okay. Finish the homework, leave on my table, and that's it. Thank you very much, guys, for this lesson. I hope you enjoy. Have a great day. Bye-bye.